A very exciting day today, but I'm going to get to that last. First, I was putting out another bowl of banana mash, but I haven't seen any butterflies on it yet. Howdy, Possum Patty here. It is June 10th, and I am nature journaling, and it is a very pretty morning. And I am outside doing banana mash for butterflies, take 2. Well, we've got some insects back here, but I don't see any butterflies. Look like hornets and ants. And to record the amazing striped sky today, I put it in as a background after I drew all the pictures. There's different shapes of cirrus clouds in the sky today. The ones way down there look like they have little ripples. And right above me, we have a striped sky. On my walk out to the clearing, I checked on the blueberry bushes, and the blueberries were still green. I'm back here checking on the blueberries, and I think something's already back here eating them, because they haven't turned blue yet, but there seems to be a lot fewer of them. I discovered a multiflora rosebush blooming on the other side of the clearing. There's a multiflora rose on the other side of the clearing. And then I saw some bracken ferns out there. Here's a few of those bracken ferns at the edge of the clearing next to the woodpile. There's 1, 2, 3 of them. One over here, 4. Walking up the lane, I saw that the wild strawberries had white buds on them. Something going to bloom here. Looks like white buds. Maybe wild strawberries? We shall see. And then I saw a grass with some unusual pink parts to their flowers. I don't know how this is going to come across on the camera, but these grass flowers look pink. I don't know if this is the flower or the stamens or the pollen on this grass, but it looks pink. Very light pink. I checked the Jack-in-the-Pulpit along the lane to see if it was forming any berries. I'm checking on the Jack-in-the-Pulpit up the lane in the little area where somebody threw the yard waste leaves and stuff. And it's just starting to make some berries. If I open it up, I can see just a little bit of green berries in there. If you look down inside, you can see the little round green berries starting to form. Now, later in the season, these will turn red. They'll get much larger and they'll turn red. I put my thumb in the picture because sometimes that's a good indicator of size. And I found some bracken ferns along the lane. There's some bracken fern growing along the lane next to some cinnamon ferns. And when I got back to the front porch, I saw a crane fly on the wall of the house. When I was a child, I used to think this was a giant mosquito. But now that I know it's a crane fly, I kind of like them and their long legs. For some reason, it reminds me of the rocking horsefly in Alice Through the Looking Glass. As I was drawing the crane fly, I noticed it had these two little appendages behind the wings, and I wondered what they were, so I had to look that up. And apparently, when you're a child, you learn that insects have 3 body parts and 6 legs and 2 sets of wings. But the crane fly only has 1 set of wings, and then it has these funny little knob-like things. Well, these little knobs are called halters. And this second set of wings on a crane fly have evolved to become these little gyroscopic appendages that help them when they're flying. I thought that was pretty interesting. The crane flies only live for about a week or 2. And when you draw something, you should draw it as an individual. Now this crane fly was missing a leg, so I drew it missing a leg. I know it's supposed to have 6, but it only had 5, and that's the way I drew it. When I was looking up information about the crane fly, I saw that its stilt-like legs are deciduous. Like the leaves on a tree, the legs fall off easily. And I guess that's why this guy was missing one. When I was almost back to the yard, I noticed a little bird flitting about the stone wall. I decided to stop and try and film it, but I was pretty far away, so I had to use the zoom lens. And that's why the picture jumps around quite a bit. It was a very small bird, colored something like a mockingbird, but its behavior reminded me of a flycatcher, but the way it flicked its tail up reminded me of a wren. I was able to identify it by its white eye ring, the small body, and the way it held its tail up by a wren. And this is a blue-gray gnatcatcher. And this is my very first blue-gray gnatcatcher I've ever seen. And it was in my yard. I just want to welcome Yvonne, a science teacher on summer break, to Possum Patty's Nature Journaling. Hi, Yvonne. And of course, hi to all my possum peeps, Sherry, Rachel, and Susie, and everyone else who came along with me today on this nature journaling adventure. Bye-bye.